Hello, welcome back. Let's clean up some unfinished business. So, somewhere around a year ago, I played through this hold called Secluded Sanctum. It was super great, but there were 2 challenges and 1 secret room that had always eluded me. I tortured myself for a long time just trying to figure those out during the LP. Eventually I just sort of gave up and went and played other stuff, but this LP never actually officially concluded. I spent some time on my own recently working on these things, and I actually figured them all out. So, let's start here with this challenge. So this was to clear the room. Right, no movement restrictions here. The challenge is clear the room without releasing more than 11 golems. This one was actually a whole lot of fun to work out. I just kind of had to go away for a while and come back when I was better at the game, I guess. Knew how to think about things properly. So I was on the right track. I had worked on this. I did a lot of stuff similar to what I'm going to do here. Oops, I cannot step in shallow water. That's the gimmick with the serpent. Any shallow water stepping equals, what does it do exactly? Oh yeah, I get locked out, right. Okay, anyway, so, gotta basically just kill this roach. That's what needs to happen. Okay, so I may have to go refer back to something here because, like, how did I... Okay, no, like this. So, right, that formation of 2 golem obstacles allows me to do stuff like this. That stepping stone is important because of something or other. Because of the way I have to step... no. So I need to step exactly here. There we go. So that's 4 golems so far, and I've made a bridge to this island. Alright. I need a little bit more preparation before I can actually do anything with that island. I need one here. Yeah, I basically did all these steps, just not quite as efficiently as I needed to. With that... Let's see, can't I just at this point... Well, yeah, I can just go straight from that pressure plate over here. I'll need this later. I don't need it quite yet. I need a bridge right there. I wonder if there are multiple ways to do this. This is the way that I found that worked. Okay, so I have a bridge, and the magic that allows me to do... Right, so the basically linchpin of this challenge that I had missed before... I could have just pulled you from over there. That dance was unnecessary, but I need to do that shuffle with this block up here. Yeah, the magic that I had missed before was that I can move... Let's see, I want you there. I can move a golem, I can block a golem horizontally, walk straight over here, and then basically I'm just looking to get something to be able to be in line with that spot. And that does it. This will be the 11th. Right, go over here, do this. Yeah, so this bridge, blocking him directly there, was the magic. Done! Roach dead. Golem's dead. Serpent can die. I guess I'll just step in shallow water for that. Serpent's dead. Room's clear. A fistful of rocks. Alright, cool. That challenge is mine. Yay! So, next one was here in Garden. I basically had one thing left to find in all of these spots. So, this was a silly tar growing room. Let's see, the pattern I used before was this one. I was able to get enough tar babies to open all doors except for this one. Each tar baby has to sit on this, so basically I just need to make the most tar babies possible. So I just kind of fiddled around here until I figured out that I could do something with this. I can't explain why this works. I just know that it does. So you grow once, you grow twice. I move that tar baby up here. Then I do some shuffling with these to make a bunch of more tar babies. When do I do this exactly? Let's try it now. Okay, so I want to split them apart and get them... I wanted 1 turn later. So wait 1 turn. This was the magic sequence that worked for me. Look at all those tar babies. Many babies, all made of tar, all doing the appropriate work for me that I need them to do. There we go. Yeah, so challenge was don't break the crumbly wall. I didn't break the crumbly wall. Uh-huh. Hey, why don't I have the challenge? Oh, there it is. Never too much tar. I had to step over there first. Okay, cool. Alright, neat. Right, I guess that would... You'd have to wait for B3 to go over there, because otherwise you could just stab this tar mother and get the challenge immediately, even though you couldn't escape. Right. That makes sense. Okay, so last thing to do here is crypt once north. This horrendous... You know, that's not a word I want to use anymore. This extremely daunting, hard to parse secret room. So I have a movement restriction here. This mimic ensures that I cannot move diagonally. It's not quite like the whole room is filled with ortho squares, because all the monsters and everything can still move diagonally, but B3 cannot. So anyway, I spent a huge amount of time here. This was where the LP came to a sad end. I was just waffling around, did not understand how to do anything. The main trick in this room is this serpent has to be killed by a tar baby. For a tar baby to slide in here, you need some sort of obstruction here and like a tar baby or two there. To get a tar baby or two there, they need to be gel babies stuck to that. So you have to use both tar stuff switch tokens. There's a wubba to help out with something. Yeah, anyway, I just reviewed my demo where I actually got this all done. I think I know what to do. I might have to look back at it if I lose track of a step. I need to be careful where I put this wubba. Apparently there's a couple of different ways to do this, but this is the one that I found. The main use for the wubba is to be a shield against tar babies killing me. Did I want to do that? Yes, I did. That's correct, because I want to cut specifically this, because I need traversability through here. I need to be able to get into this area. That's important. Alright, so I go up here, cut this. If I'm horizontally away from something, it's pretty safe. If I'm vertically away, I usually need some additional assistance from Protective Wubba. Okay, let's see. As tar, the only other thing I want to cut is here. I was convinced for the longest time I wanted to cut out these two tar blobs because I need to maneuver some gel babies around this area to get them stuck to there. But as it turns out, this tar blob's actually pretty important because I can't stick enough gel babies in this area without it there. So, like, as I was working toward the solution to this... By the way, I read the entire Hints and Solutions thread for this room as it existed before just a day ago when a bunch more stuff was posted in it. So yes, I am not doing this without assistance, by the way. Assistance is very much needed. Oh, yes, also this is the one other tar blob I want to kill. Okay, so that's all the tar cutting I do. I have to cut this at some point to get down here to this token. Can't really do it as gel because I have to do some wubba maneuvering here, and the only way I know to get the wubba onto this pressure plate, which opens up the way to those tokens, is to step down there and do that. Wubba crossed a force arrow. I can't move it back out here really and get it back into place, so that was a one-time deal. So yeah, sequencing all this was a pretty serious challenge. Okay, so tar is now gel. So next step. Wubba moves before any created gel babies, which is important. I kill one of these, so when I step north, all the rest of the gel babies there are safe. So I want actually as many of these alive as possible. 2 of them are going to help me hold this plate. 1 of them is also going to assist me in doing something. So like I was saying, I need to move around here. Some of this has to go. This gel in particular is going to get cut. Problem is, if I were to go over there straight away and just ignore everything else, I die when I cut this. There's nothing B3 can do to survive that. The wubba can provide some protection if it's right there, but the thing is, I can't get the wubba there directly. There's some additional steps involved. So I want to pack these gel babies a little farther over here. I think the pattern I want is this one. This was the one that worked. I would not have been able to figure this out without reading all the hints that I read. Am I doing this right? I think so. There's a bit of magic involved here. I want to face north, walk directly south from here, and that allows these two to get into position there. Now, He is holding that pressure plate, but I don't actually need that yet, and this is the wrong formation because I can't walk down here to get to this token. He would get off of there. I'm going to reposition those later. I'm just doing that to stash 2 gel babies there safely. So I killed 2 of these, but I need 1 alive for some trickery here. Let's see, Wubba needs to help me with that. So the trickery is... I've been told this is the most ridiculous part of the room. The gel baby is going to help me position the Wubba here. It's pretty clever. I like the way this mechanism works. So, I need to... Right, because of turn order, I need to keep the gel baby ahead of the Wubba. That's why I'm doing this weird little shuffle here. I need positions like... I think it's that. Yeah, that's what I want. So these 2 will split apart. Gel baby comes to me and sticks right there. Wubba comes to me and goes there. And because I have a gel baby there, and my sword blocking it, I can step here, and the Wubba doesn't move. Kill the gel baby. Wubba's still blocked by my sword. So that's how you get it there for protection. Okay, so now I've cut that gel. Not dealing with these yet, I don't need to. Next step is to queue up some gel babies over here. To do that, I need to be able to create some here, run them around the circle like this, get them stuck there. The Wubba's also involved. He's the final obstacle that doesn't turn into a slidey monster when Tar Stuff Switch token is used. Wubba is not involved in holding this plate the second time. At least the way I'm doing this room. It's possible there's another way to do this. I know there's another way to do this, but I don't know how many of the steps I'm using here it involves. This is fine. I'm repositioning those later. Okay, so when I make this cut, I need to preserve at least 2 of these gel babies. I can get 3. Well, I only need 2. Okay, so now what I want to do, the way I did this before was I got out of here and just did a bunch of shuffling over sort of in this area to get these into a friendlier position for what I want to do. I need the Wubba to come to me. He needs to be not in the area of the gel babies. So Wubba's out here. This isn't quite good. I need to do this repositioning again, I think. You guys come down there. That's a fine spot for you. So Wubba's going to be my friend up here. These 2 will pack themselves into that spot. And now... Oh boy, how does this work? Now things get complicated. I need the Wubba in this specific spot. Again, Wubba moves first, so he will generally protect me from the gel babies. But yeah, with this gel now, barrier still intact, I can stick those to that. Position the Wubba there. I'm going to have to cross this row once, but the Wubba will only move there. Since there are 2 gel babies, when they turn into tar, one will slide in here, the other will slide in there, and kill that serpent finally. And because of the way I've cut the tar stuff, I can, without making any diagonal moves, make it all the way from here out to here to reposition those. Let's just checkpoint. I need these stuck a slightly different way, something like that. So what I need to do is get these to be into a formation where one's here and one's here. To do that, oops, I just sort of unspool them over here. Right, this is why I cut this tar blob this way. I can just put him down there. Right, so there's some additional trickery here. If I try to go through this hallway, that moves this one too far north. So I have to go through this way so I can quickly traverse horizontally. Last little bit of trickery in the room. Okay, so, Wubba, what's happened to you? I went too far south. Back up. Let's redo this without going that far south. Right, so I cannot go down here. I need to only cross that row the one time. So be up here, go there, okay. So you are there, and then you go there. Okay, so I cross this row once, Wubba moves one square, switch that stuff. That gets parked there. This slides down to where the serpent is and kills it. Yay! Serpent dead! Now just, without making any diagonal moves, kill the stuff in the room and leave. And the craziest room that I have attempted so far is clear. Yay! Wubba, you're slightly in my way. Why don't you get out of the way a little bit? I guess I could have cut this tar blob earlier, but I didn't really need to. Okay. And that's Secluded Sanctum. Mastered. There's no post-mastery here, so that's all that there is to it. So, since the LP never actually ended, I didn't get a chance to give my thoughts on the hold, and it's been long enough that, like, let me give myself a refresher. So this was a super excellent hold, by the way. It was just a little bit above my difficulty level. Where did I start having trouble? Let's see, I had a super great time all over the shrine. I guess I started having trouble when I tried to do this challenge. I couldn't figure this out for the longest time. What was this room? Oh yeah, challenged to get as many mirrors through there as you could. Yep, this was cool. This was not a puzzle room. Yeah, this is a nice little trip down memory lane. This was really neat. I forget what it was, but I remember enjoying it. I don't remember this one. Some sort of walk around with the construct dropping trapdoors? Yeah, that's right. I should go review my videos so I can remember what was going on. This was a super cool secret room entrance. And also, yeah, just general fluff puzzle. I like that. This is one of the rooms that sticks out the most in my memory in this hold. Like, I feel like this one's really iconic. Just some really close quarters manipulation with an evil eye and a mirror. I don't remember the goal, but I remember having a pretty good time with it. These over here were pretty heavy on trial and error. I didn't enjoy these two that much. This one was probably fine. This one had a movement restriction, and that was, yeah, I spent like a huge amount of time on my own just figuring out how to route this room, didn't I? This was a magic sequence, so didn't like that room that much. Garden. Somewhere around the difficulty level of the crypt, I guess. I just did this room, so I know how that works. This was a really neat observation room, I seem to remember. No, wait, this is not what I thought it was. I'm mixing this up with a room from one of the race holds. How did this work? Ontlik looks at decoy. Oh yeah, this is a decoy mimic stunning puzzle. Right. Yeah, use Ontlik to stun Mimic for leverage. And also Mimic to stun Ontlik with sword. Oh wow, this is neat. I should replay this hold. Like, from the start. This looks really cool. I'm sure I had a good time with this. This was an amazing room, all about mirror pushing tricks. Get through there very quickly. Yeah. That took me a few tries. This wasn't very memorable, I guess. I don't know what this ever was. There was a construct, a golem, 2 golems. I guess I had to keep them alive and monster maze them out here somehow? Okay. Don't remember that one much. This pair of rooms was really neat. Again, I don't remember, but I have a good impression of them from what I did. This was cool. I enjoyed it. This was a mirror pushing thing. Yeah, that was cool. And then whatever this was, there were Ontlik there. Looking at mirrors. Okay, I don't remember that one. Crypt. Something with fluff and roaches. Yeah, that's right. Crypt was where it got hard. I went to this fairly early. This was a, this took me a really long time. So, running around with goblins on my tail while on Ormites. This wasn't too bad, just some time clone interference. This was super neat. Oh yeah, this was the invisible machinery room. Right, so looks like a simple open layout relatively, but like there's a lot of really intricate stuff in here, like angles and positions for rock golem corpses. There was some kind of like just crazy stuff going on in this seemingly open area that I was really impressed by. That's what I remember. This took me a while to figure out. That's all I remember about it. I don't know what my solution was. I needed like 2 places to stash a construct, and I only had like the one here. Sure don't remember where the other one was, but I did it eventually. Resource management took me a while to figure out. Yeah, my memory in many of these rooms is just that I had trouble with this the first time. I had to spend a lot of time on my own to work out what the heck I need to do. Yeah, so this is, right, 8 brain hold. 8 brains, like, 7 or 7.5 is right about the right level for me to not get stuck on stuff, but 8 means I'm gonna get stuck. This was a really neat room. Like, every element had a purpose. Even this weird little pool of shallow water here that took me the longest time to understand. I spent like a video and a half on this and loved every moment of it. That's my recollection. This was, right, movement restricted brain pushing. Yeah, that was fine. This room apparently I broke, because it was super easy the way I did it, but there was some other way it was supposed to work. Yeah, alright. And that's Secluded Sanctum. Well, right, then there was the Great Puzzle. And these 2 secret rooms. There's no post-mastery, like I said. Just the secrets. These rooms were interesting. They were like efficiency puzzles that I'm not sure I ever fully understood. I got a first place on one, temporarily. Then Doom took it back from me. The Great Puzzle was... yeah, this was cool. Anyway, yeah, so Secluded Sanctum. Maybe I was having a little bit too much fun looking back at that. Because, yeah, I didn't review my entire thing before doing this. So anyway, yeah, so got that unfinished business wrapped up, so I can feel good about that. Okay, anyway, just a little bonus video. See you next time.